So I'm a developer, and should I be worried to be replaced by an AI right now? The guys from All In commented Devin, the new AI, which codes pretty much like a developer does. It writes the code, it writes logs, watch for the logs on the terminal, compares with the expectations, and most importantly, it iterates over ideas and working and not working code until it gets to what it wants. So let's see what they have to say about it.
Oh, I think this is so powerful. It's incredible because we're measuring this progress in week over week of these very difficult, impenetrable job types for the average person. If you said to them, hey, become a developer, that's like a complicated journey, right? It's just...
Yeah, we really thought AIs wouldn't touch creative jobs anytime soon, right? We were kind of wrong. Apparently, there are aspects of creative jobs that are repetitive, that have a lot of patterns that AI can learn and repeat. And the learnable parts of it are going to be replaced. But this might be a good thing.
It's going to be now like a command line interface where you just kind of describe in English what you want to do, and all of this stuff will just happen behind the scenes and it'll be totally automated. At the same time, it'll make the developers, I think, even more valued because you're going to need people in the guts of these models and in the code that it generates, because it's not always going to work perfectly. There's always going to be some kind of hallucination. Some stuff is not going to compile.
First of all, everyone's working on top.
Yeah, so the low level of coding is going to be very important because you have to understand why something the AI wrote didn't work. So right now, we really need the people who's going to work with the AI to know how to do what the AI is doing. So the person who's going to watch over the AI right now has to be able to do what they are doing themselves, even though they're not going to do, because they have to understand the process, the steps the AI is taking to reach the goal and step in, fix, and yeah, that's it. But the process is going to be faster because you don't have to type. These AIs, like Devin, are going to save a lot of typing, and I am excited for that.
Autonomous coding. We're working towards that. This is like one of the core, most obvious use cases of LLMs because code is text and it can also be run through a compiler to debug it. So you can also get to, in theory, you can get to high levels of accuracy.
Think about it for a second. Programming languages and tooling right now are made for humans and not for AIs. We have the potential in the future to explore what good programming languages for AIs would look like. I think about functional programming and very hardly typed programming. These kind of languages have more information in them for the AI to consider when writing the code. Maybe they are better right now already, but new languages, new kinds of ways to write software are gonna appear geared to AI. In this case, we might get into a point where humans can't really code the way AI is coding, and we really just watch over it. But this is futurology. We can't really know if this is gonna happen, but I see it as a natural next step for this evolution.
Yet, although in the example that you gave, Jason, this new product was only at 13%. So there's still a long way to go, but the potential is clearly there. But where I think this gets much trickier and is much more difficult is when you're working in existing code bases. In any event, the larger picture here is that we are going to get better at coding autonomously, I guess you could say.
Yeah, Devin is going to be very, very useful already, even though it fixed 13% of a set of issues on GitHub. It's already more than other AIs, but it's enough for a lot of use cases, I think. So I actually subscribed to try the beta version. I'm excited for it because I have a lot of product ideas, small apps I want to build, and maybe it's going to help me iterate faster, prototype faster. So the starting of a new product, of a new idea is going to be way faster. Also because if you think about it, AIs learn from data. And what is the most available data out there is how to start software, is the basics of programming. You don't have much data about complex, cutting edge production issues like real life product running in the hands of clients. You have to fix all sorts of very specific issues. You don't have a lot of data about those specific issues that are specific to some domain, specific to some product. So the AI can't really learn about those. For those, developers are still going to be very, very useful. And of course, these are the most skilled developers.
And I don't know if it ever gets to 100% where you don't need coders anymore, but it's going to make coders much more productive over time. You're going to get this huge multiplier effect on the ability to write code. And that's really exciting for a bunch of obvious reasons.
The other way it may go, Jason, is you have a lawyer that has 50 associates working for them through the AI. So you don't replace the lawyer, you don't replace the software engineer. The software engineer levels up. And now the software engineer has 50 engineers available, 50 agents running, doing tasks for them. Because you do still need humans with domain expertise and creativity to think through architecture, to think through process, and to make sure that the AI agents are doing their job. So I think what it creates is extraordinary leverage for people and organizations, which is why generally economic productivity goes up. People don't lose jobs, they level up.
In this phase, the OpEx of companies will probably be cut in half.
Low-level knowledge for a software developer is going to be very important because you have to use it to fix what the AI got wrong and understand what the AI is doing. But also high-level knowledge of the product and what you're trying to do is going to be more important because you're going to spend less time fixing random bugs because of a typo, bugs because you forgot an enum or this kind of stuff, and more types understanding if the final built thing is compatible with the goals of what you're trying to do, is compatible with what the clients want, and such. So I see these as software developers have to have low level and high level knowledge of the software they're trying to do, and the AI is going to replace most of the work in the middle. And I wonder what this means for the education, for learning and teaching software development. Because there's a lot of teaching software development focused on delivering exactly what the AIs are doing right now. So if you go to boot camps, if you go to tutorials online, they teach you to write exactly the kind of software I believe Devin is going to be good at writing. Not only because there's going to be a lot of content teaching it, for example, but because it's the middle level of getting something working, but not quite understanding how it works, but not getting a full-fledged deployed product that clients can use, can scale, and such. So if your knowledge of how to write software doesn't include the details of how what you're doing work, you can't watch over AIs. Yeah, that's it. That's my 2 cents. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.